people kind. Welcome back to Fresh, Slick, and Mick. This is episode 24. Not an episode of 24 because this will in fact entertain you and has a very low production budget.
Oh, it's super low.
What's up, boys?
Oh, you know, just enjoying life.
Mickey, how you doing?
Just kidding.
I finished a really big project for school, and I feel like the weight of the world has been lifted off my shoulders.
I like your Unleash the Archer shirt. Support Canadian metal.
Yeah, whoever those guys are.
They're not good. So
Whatever.
I love you guys.
Slick, I like your shirt.
Hey, man, I like your shirt.
Bob Ross.
B. Ross all day. Big Bob, motherfucker.
Bobby's home.
I don't know.
Is he?
No, not
Oh,
yet.
fuck. All right. Well.
I got nothing to add to the shirt
The shirt comments?
conversation.
Yeah, because you got a shitty shirt.
I have an awesome shirt. Actually, I'm wearing two shirts.
You're wearing two
Yeah.
shirts?
It's like 90 degrees outside, man.
No one wants to hear us talk about shirts. This is episode 24, and the subject is introverts. Introverts are the new black.
Like,
What does that mean?
Well, you know how it used to be like orange is the new black, and then it was Drake is the new black? Now it's introverts is the new black.
Oh, okay.
I missed the second one.
Yeah, you
But-
would.
So no
Yeah,
surprise there.
Do you even know who Drake is?
I think so.
Oh my God, do you actually not know who Drake is?
does
I
he look
know
like?
the name. Like he's a.
How do you escape
rapper?
this knowledge?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, like, and what, pop? He's more like a singer, right?
He's a rapper, he's a singer,
Singer,
he's
he's a-
probably the most successful popular music act of the last 10 years.
Who was the gentleman that had the Band-Aid under?
That's-
Nelly?
That was
Nelly from like 20 years ago, dog?
I don't know.
Yeah, literally like 20 years
See how
ago.
disconnected
man.
I am? I don't know certain famous people, and I'm wearing two shirts, and one of them is not a Bob Ross shirt. I am severely disconnected from the social norms of today.
Fuck
Yeah.
you, Mickey.
Yeah.
Get good.
Right, so introverts.
Introverts. All right, so first of all, just flat out, who considers himself an introvert in this room? Raise your hand. Nikki says no.
Not
says
Mickey.
no.
Slicky says yes. I
Of
also
course.
say yes, big time, big time. But what does that mean? What does that mean? What does it mean, like at just the most basic level? What does it mean to be an introvert, right?
A shy, reticent person.
Ooh, I don't like that.
I don't even know what that word means.
See, I don't even consider myself shy.
Okay. Would you like another one?
Yeah.
This is from. Oh, by the way, the first one was from our good friend Google. This one is from introvertdeer.com, like DEAR, not like the animal.
Oh, so this will probably be more complimentary.
Introvert is someone who prefers calm, minimally stimulating environments.
Okay. Okay.
I feel that.
Yeah, I feel that big.
That's definitely something.
Yeah.
I do have one more, but it's kind of long. And oddly enough, it's from the urbandictionary.com.
Is it good?
It's
Just fucking read it.
Yeah,
man.
just read it.
An introvert prefers to spend time alone in order to, quote, recharge their inner being. An introvert may appear to be shy to others, but that is not necessarily an accurate label.
Ooh.
Being among groups of friends, family, and even strangers can be wonderfully stimulating and joyous occasions.
Right.
Interacting with people and attention to multiple sources of stimuli tends to draw down an introvert's energy, causing them to eventually withdraw to spend time alone to re-energize. Small talks and pointless conversations tend to draw down an introvert's energy rapidly.
Right, right.
Damn, yeah, that's...
I feel like someone has studied this before they wrote this. Is there good information on Urban Dictionary?
Yeah.
honestly,
what the
come on.
fuck?
Google let me down right off the bat. Introvertdeer.com, I would figure would have a little bit more kind of going on, and then some fuck from Urban Dictionary goes, "Let me show you guys what it's all about."
Yeah. What up? It's
that's pretty good.
It's probably Drake.
Hi, Drake, man.
So I wanted to talk about this for a lot of reasons because I've been learning more about the actual difference between introverts and extroverts, and it's not very much of what I thought. So the one a lot of people know is in social situations, extroverts expend energy and introverts deplete it. That's a really basic way that it's stated. But the problem is that's a really shallow definition. It doesn't include a lot of both of those aspects, introverts and extroverts. So, first of all, there's no such thing as a perfect introvert or extrovert, as you were saying earlier, Mickey.
Yes.
Everyone has characteristics of both. You just do. You'd be
Yeah.
a fucking robot if you didn't.
Though it did state that at everyone's core, there is a personality trait of extrovert or introvert.
Okay.
That's what they were claiming, that at everyone's core, they are a either or.
Okay, I can fuck with that. But you've also got what they call ambiverts in the dead center. You know, like ambidextrous. So everybody is kind of on a spectrum. Like we're all on an autism spectrum. Like I'm on the very high end, and you know some people might not be.
All right, I'm following you.
But I was recommended this book called Quiet by Susan Cain, The Power of Introverts in a World That Can't Stop Talking. And it especially applies to the Western world because that's kind of how our culture is. But, you know, those aspects, they can apply everywhere. And it's been really helpful. I wanted to really hit people with all the amazing things I learned reading this book, but the problem is there's too much. You can flip every fucking page in this book and find something like, oh, shit.
Which I did.
Yeah.
You had me do that earlier.
Yeah, exactly. So
You looked through it?
He said to flip to a random page, and I didn't. I was going.
he was like, oh, shit, what are all these strange lines?
You know I'm going to do it.
There you go.
Oh, he was going to find one.
Hey, Fresh, can you teach me how to read real quick?
Yeah, we're going to get on that.
Life coach.
Bob Ross can teach you how to paint real quick. What's up?
Oh,
He can. He's good like that.
there's a website you can go to per painting the materials you will need to paint.
He tells you. He tells you in every episode.
It's set up so you can just quickly go to it, so you can go and buy it and whatever.
Dog.
Oh, shit.
Come on now. yeah, exactly. Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
All right.
So.
No, for real, though, maybe I should read that when I start reading again, like in 20 years. I'll email you, and you can, like, ship that over.
Yeah, sounds good, man. To your cabin in the woods.
Yeah, maybe.
That doesn't exist.
No, that's mine.
My bad. So I think it was first clarified by Carl Jung, right? Mickey, we were looking at that earlier.
Yes, in the, I don't know if the year really matters, but all the way back in the 20s.
Yeah, so the early 20th century. But these characteristics have existed for a long, long time.
Oh, of course.
Obviously, because statistically it's estimated that roughly half of people are introverts. Now, this depends heavily on the source
Oh, absolutely.
that you go to.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time, the problem is it's people defining themselves.
Like we just did?
Like we just did, but see, we're all comfortable with ourselves, so we can rest fairly well on those definitions. Some people, though, are really
Oh, shit.
in
I
ambulances.
gotta go.
Some people are really uncomfortable about their introverted characteristics because they've been taught to be,
Right, okay.
you know?
That's fair.
So some of those tests might not even be all that reliable.
Well, that was one thing they actually they spoke about when I was doing the research for it, that there can be two people on the same level of introvert, per se, but the big thing is how they were raised with it. A family that is supportive and going, oh yeah, you know, this is just who you are, accept who you are, and it's a good thing that's who you are. And then on the other side, in a school setting, you know, an introvert may be bullied for not coming out of their shell and being possibly different, and then from there becoming more introverted.
Right.
You know,
Okay.
not very confident with themselves, like you said.
Right. And so already we're running into problems because there's a definition at the center of normal that causes trouble for introverts. Now, once upon a time in the Western world, which is what most of this applies to, because the Eastern world, you know, solitude, quiet time, they're cultural norms.
Yeah.
You know, you think of strange Asian cultures where they just walk around with their head down and everything, but that's just normal.
Yeah.
You know, and talking too much is actually a negative.
Huh.
Insert.
I
Now,
would not do well.
no shit. Now the book actually does touch on that, but I'm not so interested in that because we're living in our culture.
Sure.
So we live in something called the extrovert ideal. Gregarious people, boisterous people, you know, the type with a smile on their face, social butterflies. These are compliments. You and I would think, what a fuckbag.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%.
But that's because we are who we are and we
Yeah.
like that.
I'm so glad I'm on this show right now. What a fuck bag.
Yeah, what a fuckbag, Mickey.
Hey, we got a fuck bag right here.
Yeah, we
go.
got us our own fuck bag. No, it's really okay because it's all about
Thank you.
it's all about balance,
Sure.
and that's primary to this. And the issue is that there's no balance at all. It's completely geared towards the extrovert essentially all aspects of society. Now, lots of introverts do prosper in this society, but it's kind of on the sly. One that is talked about in the book is Steve Wozniak, you know, the guy who did all the actual computing work at Apple, while Jobs was, I don't know, being a showman, wearing turtlenecks, what have you. They give a really long list of people, but I don't want to get into that too much because what's important to remember is that this is probably about half of the population.
Yeah.
So you don't need to think of famous people. You can just look around your life.
Oh yeah.
You know, but they do talk about people like Rosa Parks was a famous introvert. She's actually a famously quiet woman, which is kind of a funny thing to say. Gandhi, you know.
Who's that? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Lots of authors.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely.
Go figure, right? Even politicians, because introverts learn at a point to put aside their preferences for things that they feel are important. We'll get more to that later.
I don't. It's real quick though. Yeah, I know you don't want to do too much name dropping. Can you give me a couple, or maybe just one politician that was an introvert, like famously maybe, or like not so famously?
Obama.
Okay, that's good. I'll take something older, but I'll take Obama.
FDR.
No kidding.
Yeah. Actually, that's actually not true. FDR was a notorious extrovert.
Okay.
Eleanor Roosevelt was a really, really famous introvert. And that's characterized in here. And she put a lot of that aside to have a husband who was in politics for, 20 plus years and run the country. What?
Sounds like a nightmare.
It does sound like a nightmare. It does. It really does. But that's how you know. Like Mickey, if you were married to someone who was running the country, okay, and it's your job to socialize and talk about things that you believe in, doesn't that sound like your best day ever?
Oh my God, he's got the biggest smile. He's like, oh man, I could talk for hours.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, fuck, it's what I do.
I know.
I do all day.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So I would like to talk about things that I find important too, but only for a certain amount of time. I couldn't do that all day. The crowds, they get tiring.
Sure.
What have
See,
you.
I'm different. Oh, like you mean publicly?
Yeah, publicly.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I would just sit. I would never do it.
No, if we were just in your garage.
Like we got a live video going right now, and I'm just like, I don't know about that. There's people there.
I don't even know if there are.
probably
Mickey,
not.
is there anybody watching?
Possibly. Yeah, there's something going on there.
All right.
So, hello.
Fuck with it, people.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends. What's up?
I don't know if you can hear us either.
Jesus Christ. This was specially requested by listeners.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, was it?
So I hope that those listeners caught the notice of the
thanks.
live feed. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they wanted an IG live, so
That's cool.
IG live.
Cool,
Whatever.
cool.
Whatever, man. I'm down.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's still just weird.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. We got to do it, right?
We gotta do it.
We do.
So.
Mickey, hit me with something crazy.
Well, I had written down 9 signs you're an introvert. And
9 signs?
I wanted to run it by you guys to see if you're like, oh yeah, or not so much.
Okay, there is a test on the website of Susan Cain. So why don't we take that test right now?
We'll do the test. Okay,
We'll do
so
the
we can.
test right now.
Let's do this together. Or who wants to answer? Do you want me to answer it?
I want you to answer it.
Okay, sure.
Actually, we'll all answer it.
Okay. Well, I don't know how I'm going to do that.
Just fucking put the thing up.
Fine. Okay, I am a cautious decision maker. Very uncharacteristic or untrue. Strongly disagree. That was one answer, by the way.
Okay.
Uncharacteristic, neutral, characteristic, very characteristic.
It's a scale.
Okay,
We
so
got it.
there's a scale.
Yeah.
So
Can I look this up? Because I can't follow you.
So
Go
to
to quietrev.com.
well, just
Quiet
put
Rev?
quiet rev test. I couldn't find
Yeah,
the
okay,
fucking
quiet rev
website.
test. Yeah, and it's fucked up because it's supposed to be like the quiet revolution, like the revolution
okay.
of the quiet people.
Okay.
Yeah.
But of course, in Canada, that means something entirely different because of Quebec. You guys don't know what the quiet revolution is, do
Nope.
you?
Sorry.
Yeah, I have no fucking idea what you're talking about.
Anything to do with the French, I ignore.
Do I gotta sign up for this fucking bullshit?
history.
Oh.
No.
Okay, where do I go?
Just go down a little bit. Up a little bit.
Yeah,
Right there.
Right there, bro.
Where it says, no, thank
Okay.
you. I'll
Okay,
just
so
take
Mickey,
the
read the
test.
questions, and then you two can answer them.
Okay, so I am a cautious decision maker. Do you want me to say what I'm answering, or just keep it
No,
to myself.
just do the question, and we'll go
Okay,
through and
so
give the results.
I will say that one. Next.
All right.
Okay. Next question.
There we go.
Oh wait, are you gonna read them?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's reading the questions.
I
He's
had
not
to do it because it
reading
wasn't doing it
answers.
for me.
Sorry.
I don't rush decisions.
Yeah. Shit.
Don't worry about tailoring your answer though, because you could be
I'm
let's say,
not.
on the spectrum.
Though what's funny with that kind of answer, you might have to tailor it.
You got to rush a decision. God damn it.
Yeah.
Well played,
exactly.
sir.
Fuck, man. I'm gonna sit on that question for a day.
Very telling.
I don't take risks unless I've done some careful research or evaluation first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, all of this applies to your car buying story, so
Yeah. I do my best work in a quiet environment.
no doubt.
For
Yeah,
me.
bitch.
I'm patient about finding out all the facts before making a decision.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's legit.
Yeah. I quickly feel drained when in a large crowd of people. No.
Oh my god, yeah, I want to go home to
Instantly.
bed.
I look at a picture of a large crowd
Yeah.
of people. I'm like, that looks terrible.
Heard it.
In large social gatherings, I often feel a need to seek out space to be by myself. Nope, only have to go to the bathroom. Too much exposure to noise or light leaves me feeling drained or spacey. See, that's different for me because that's a different kind of stimuli. Yeah, because you know what? I don't like too much going on that way. That does kind of bug me.
So
I
you
feel
might-
drained after being out and about, even if I've enjoyed myself. Yeah, sure. But in a good way.
Yeah.
When I was a child, people described me as quiet. Yep.
Oh,
Oddly
yeah.
enough, yeah.
Show me my results.
Show me my results.
Let's see what this is. Introvert surprise.
Yeah, no shit.
Ambivert.
Mickey's an ambivert.
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
all right.
I could see that.
Yeah, I could see
like,
that too.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you're gonna be.
An ambivert?
Yeah, I think so.
No, I took that test.
Did
I was,
you?
I was
You were an introvert.
Textbook
Stat-
introvert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can see the ambivert. There are certain situations where I
I'm gonna bookmark
shine,
this.
and other times I am very, very reserved.
So what does all that mean? What's it worth?
To me, nothing really. I'm still me.
Well, the
What-
point is, it actually comes from things that are kind of deep down inside of us from birth.
Okay.
Believe it or
Oh,
not.
and I did read that too. I thought that was very interesting.
A
Yeah.
lot of people think it comes from, like you grow up in a certain household or something, and to be sure, you can be conditioned.
Sure.
Like
yeah,
regardless
yeah.
of how you're born, you can be conditioned. But you can test this in babies, like infants. With you could jingle some keys at them, and introverted people, like people who grow up to be introverts, are what they call highly reactive or highly sensitive to stimuli.
Oh my god.
Right.
Okay.
So a kid like me or you
I got a
would
story.
probably be like, "Wah!"
Yeah. So
Whereas a kid like Mickey, or maybe even someone even further down the extrovert scale, would not even react because they need more stimulus to actually
Yes.
be engaged.
you know
What's
what?
your story?
I got to tell you my story. Okay, so my daughter, it was fucking hilarious. We're sitting, she's watching TV, right? She's watching her Paw Patrol, and my mom and me are on the couch. This is like Sunday morning or something, right?
Okay.
And my dad comes in and starts just talking to us, and we're talking over her Paw Patrol. She looks back and says, "You're talking too much."
Oh!
And then when I put the vacuum on, she goes into a corner and does the earmuffs.
Wow.
Yeah. So she's definitely an introvert.
There you go.
100%.
Wow.
Any kind of extra stimuli, like when she's just doing one thing, upsets her extreme amounts.
Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So she's a highly reactive person.
Yes.
There you go.
That's nuts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And you can predict that. And you can
Oh,
also, interestingly, you can use that to gear your parenting, which is in this book. They talk about it a
I
lot.
gotta read this book.
You do. And you can use it to gear or to predict aspects of her future.
Yeah.
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 But the better you parent towards her personality style, obviously, the better off she'll be.
Yeah. I got to get a garage with a wood burner in it for her then.
Yeah.
Start her smoking young.
No, that's cute. She takes after her daddy.
Well, no, Mickey, you mentioned those really shit definitions before.
Yes.
Of, what were they? Shy,
Shy, resident person.
reticent person. Yeah.
Yeah. She's not shy.
Reticent, sorry.
We'll get to that.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Because being
All right.
introverted actually is not the same as being shy.
I didn't think so.
It is not. We found some better words, such as cautious, reflective, and reserved. And those I like because they sort of pertain to what that quiz said about decision making,
Right.
impulsiveness, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I really liked that. I thought that was a really good explanation. Okay, because I was looking for extras. I'm going, these are kind of like definitions. Well, not necessarily definitions, more like explanations. But this was a really good explanation of an introvert. I thought it's just
Right.
it's way better than like, oh, they're just shy. They're reserved. They keep to themselves. No, like that's not it.
No, there's way more to it.
Yeah, definitely.
That's just a
So, why does it matter?
Why does
if
what
you're
matter?
like extroverts and introverts,
If
like
you're
the
an
whole
introvert
thing.
or an extrovert, or
Well, you should probably know so you know what the fuck you're gonna be like good at and
Well-
shit. You know what you're gonna excel at in life. I think that's like the one of the main reasons.
Okay.
I think
got,
you can
Mickey?
gear it towards strengths. Just because an introvert, again, may be shy or not shy. Extroverts tend to be more, I like people, I want to talk to people. So I guess I don't really understand where I'm trying to go with this in the sense of,
Classic.
right? Taking off the fucking rails.
Takes it off the rails again. Fuck's sakes.
I know. I got too lost in
It's important.
That's okay. Let me
definitions and
save you.
explanations.
Let me save you.
It's important for what Slick just said. It's important for what I was saying before about parenting.
Mm-hmm.
It's important because the world is stuck in this extrovert ideal, at least the world we live in. So if you understand yourself better, then you can understand that world better. And you don't necessarily have to be so mad. When I was growing up, like all through my teens and early 20s and everything, I was the type of person, because I was a fucking edgelord, where I would always be like, oh, I hate people. Oh, I just hate people.
That's me now.
I'm so cool. I hate people.
Yeah.
But I don't hate people. In fact, I very deeply love people. And I care about everyone, even the ones I do actually hate.
Fair enough.
But
Stoicism.
I can't live in that insanely stimulating world. It's not for me. It never will be. So, an example, I'll jump ahead a bit, is I love concerts. I absolutely love them. And I love the dirty, sweaty, loud concerts. Mickey and I have been to many a metal show.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite things in the world. But that's an example of something that is important to a person directly contradicting the personality type, but it can override it. So when you understand yourself better and you understand the world better, you know where you're willing to go there. Because I would never walk into St. Andrew's Hall when it's crowded as fuck just to hang out with people. That's a nightmare.
But you're there for a purpose.
But we're all there for the same reason, and it's almost a crazy kind of hive mind.
A little bit.
But everybody's actually it's almost like watching TV. Almost.
Okay.
Except it's way more intense.
Can I touch on why it's important again? I
Please.
just thought of something while you were
Please.
talking.
Yeah, that was an extended example.
No,
We're
that's,
still
that's
on
a
why
good
it's
one
important.
because it got me thinking. I'm just like, man, for a long time when I was drinking, because I didn't understand myself. I wanted to be like all these people who love going out and like loved attention. I never understood it, right? So,
Sure.
I tried to become that type of person when I just wasn't, because I had lack of understanding of myself, and I would drink and I had to get fucking blackout drunk just to go out to the bar because I hated being in that environment so much, but I wanted to be like normal.
Perfect.
Right? You know what I'm saying? So that had a huge effect on my life for years, negatively. Like I had good times, but like I'm gonna say 95 to 98% of it was all negative.
Yeah.
So I think it's important with like substance abuse too. Like people just not understanding who they actually are and then relying on a substance to bring out a part of them that's not really there. Almost fabricating a fake part.
And it goes both ways, just like Mickey. I meant as an ambivert, not as a bisexual. Shit.
Yo, you bi dog?
Apparently.
Sweet. Cool.
There's some
was
guys
hilarious.
out there,
Whatever, man.
Whatever.
Do your thing.
But people can retreat into substances because they're forced to a life that they don't want to live, or you can be an extroverted person who requires such an insanely high level of stimulus that that's kind of the only sort of thing that gets you there.
Yeah.
So you might be living in, club culture or party culture, what have you. That might be
That's just you.
raves,
Yeah.
what have you.
I know people that do that shit sober, and they have tons of fun. Like, that is my worst fucking nightmare. Like a rave or like a club, going there sober, I couldn't even contemplate going.
I'm uncomfortable right now.
Oh yeah, I'm just like, I'm getting like sweaty and shit, and like, oh man,
Well, see-
it just sounds terrible.
It's gonna be interesting when you, Fresh and I go to that concert in April,
Fuck yeah.
because I'm not gonna be drinking. Now, I've never felt that I needed to when I go to shows, but I just did.
Yeah,
Right?
obviously.
Because my drinking was a bit different. Mine was just, I don't know what the fuck you'd call it, just a plain old, good old fashioned addiction.
Just say good old fashioned booze
Well,
addiction.
because
You're Irish.
oh yeah, pretty much that's it. It's like, oh hey, what time is it? Oh, I'm not drunk. That's what time it is.
Better get there.
But so that'll be interesting. And you know what? I think maybe after that we should do a little reflection on that.
I like that.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Just because again, like it's. Yeah, like I didn't get drunk and then go. I went sober and then got drunk there.
Yeah.
But no, I guess never really got. It doesn't matter. It'll be interesting.
I got a
Well.
good story about that, about concerts. I've been to a lot of concerts in my life, probably like almost 70 concerts.
Dang.
And I'm going to say for about 60 of them, I was fucking hammered.
No shit.
Oh, yeah.
But you love music. Why
no,
would you want to
I fucking hate concerts. I hate them.
Wow.
I hate them. And
You're like
I
the late
realized
stage
this-
Beatles, dog.
I am?
Yeah.
What does that mean? I don't even know what that means. What is that reference?
They did some of their most iconic work. They were done touring. They were done touring by the mid 60s, bro.
Sorry, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not
Anyway,
huge-
sorry.
Anyway,
Go on.
So I would go to these shows, I'd get fucking drunk, and I'd have a good time, or so I thought. And what was I gonna say? You distracted me with those snappy fingers. Snappy fingers.
Going drunk.
Right. So I'd already be drunk, and then I'd get more drunk. There until like I was just blackout Mitch mode on, and then one day I went to what was it? They had I think Sloan came to fucking Windsor and played at the Loop. I don't know if you guys know who Sloan is.
Unfortunately, I did.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway,
Sounds
so
familiar.
I was there I drove there. My dad and my brother went. They're having drinks. I wasn't drinking. I think it was like hungover. I can't even remember why I didn't drink. Not important. I was there for I think 8 minutes.
No
I spent
shit.
$30 on the ticket. I sat down and I had such fucking crazy anxiety.
It was seating?
Well, no, it was like standing. Like it was at the Loop. It was at a bar, so it was like chairs in the back with tables.
we all know the Loop, my G.
Well, I don't know. You said it was seating. Anyway, they had the dance floor going, and I fucking sat there and I looked at my dad. I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna leave. Call me if you need a ride." And he's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "I fucking can't be here." I remember that day. This was years ago.
Like, I'm just gonna say, like, I know, like, you guys are very comfortable with how you are, but it's actually honestly straight up breaking my heart that you guys can't do that.
No, but it didn't even
You know?
affect me negatively. I was like, I got out of there and I was like, oh fuck, thank God, that was just terrible.
Yeah.
Like,
You know?
I don't know, maybe it's the extrovert in me, but like just hearing that, I'm like, but you can have so much fun. I don't know. Like,
Yeah, see, it's not.
Yeah, but you think something's being missed out on
Yeah,
because you think a different way.
Yeah.
Exactly. No, I feel like it's a waste of
Well-
time
well,
now.
but I'm also-
That's how I
Slick
feel.
saying Slick missed out on a quiet night of possibly listening to music in a situation he's more comfortable with.
okay.
Or just doing other things I enjoy. That to me was like that's a waste of 5 hours
Yeah, you could
shit,
have been
eh?
aggressively masturbating at home.
for 5 fucking hours
Oh,
straight.
you can do both. Come on, let's be
Yeah,
honest.
just right at the table watching Sloan.
Well, not while you're there, but when you get home, you got time.
My
Not 5 hours. Anyway, I'd be up all night.
all right.
No, just talking about this is making me realize all these little fucking things in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I always knew I was kind of introverted, but I think I just ignored the fuck out of it, right? Because I just wanted to be someone I wasn't.
Yeah.
I thought that's how I would get ahead in life, and actually, it put me super far behind.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And one more point to why it's important to understand it. You know, and I think with more understanding, you get better at dealing with other people of the different type as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because me, when I meet another introvert, I'm like, it's like dating myself. I don't have anything to say to you. I already know.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's okay. But you need to know how to work in the world and how to deal with people who you're not like.
Yes.
So, shit, what was I going to say?
I don't know, man.
Okay. So where does the extrovert ideal come from? So it actually hasn't been this way for a very long time. Or I might have worded that poorly. It's only been this way for about 150 years.
Oh,
The
that's not
extrovert.
The
view?
extrovert ideal,
Okay.
right?
long. Okay.
So before that was what cultural historians call a culture of character, meaning specifically your values were what you were judged on. I mean, and your actions as an extension of those.
Sure.
But it wasn't all about flash and flare,
Right.
which, I mean, let's face it, that's all it is now.
Oh, that's it. That's the whole.
And it can be just as well intentioned, just as successful, but it's got to be flashy. It's
Yeah.
got to be sexy. You know,
I-
that's what they always say.
I'm starting to feel like I was born in the wrong time now.
Don't do that shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you want polio, dog? You want some polio?
Fuck yeah, I do.
You want
Yeah,
some
fuck it.
surgery without general anesthesia?
And,
yeah.
and I will take it with good character.
Well, yeah, you would.
Great character and great moral
A
values.
smile on his face.
They're
as
going to
he
be
dies
operating.
at 35.
They're going to be operating on my stomach, going, "Man, you drink a lot, but fantastic mustache."
Can I just make the obligatory Chucky joke? They'd say, "Oh, you pickled your liver."
Oh my goodness,
Oh man.
that just pickled my liver.
Fucking
I've been
tickled
hearing
by-
that joke for like 15 years. I know I haven't even known him 15 years, but
Not
anyway.
yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Not yet.
So around that time, things started to change. Showmen in various industries, and I'm not going to give a long, sweeping, detailed history. Read the book, Read Quiet by Susan Cain. But showmen became very popular, and salesmen specifically, because during this time, traveling salesmen were a thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
We kind of joke it off now, you know, traveling vacuum salesman, what have you. First of all, they're still out there.
Oh, they
Oh
are.
shit, eh?
They're still traveling mattress salesmen.
Dude, I want to. I
In
don't want to be that guy, but I do. I want to be the
You
guy.
would be
that-
the worst.
I would. That's why I'm not that guy.
Why would you ever
could
wanna
never
do that?
sales? I don't know. It just seems fun. Like if it was like in a movie, but like other things happen than me. Just like. See, this is my introvert side. Now I'm just thinking about writing a movie about a traveling mattress sales.
He needs to write.
Dark shit happens.
He needs to write.
Oh,
Just
okay.
life.
If you write, he was like, "This is the life I wanted to live."
I should write. I used to
You
write.
should write. I think everybody should
I
write.
used to write a lot. But
But-
anyway, sorry.
Anyway, so as media amplified and more people moved, and this is key. More people moved from rural areas to urban areas.
Yeah.
Population concentrations change. That's when that kind of flash and flare gets a whole new level of value, and it starts to take things over. So you get Dale Carnegie, who's kind of the classic one, who was an introverted person, and he just smashed everything and became kind of the prototypical extrovert.
Huh.
But he's not really. He just knows how to play the game. We'll
Right.
come to that after. Because you can play the game, and that's okay too. You find, on average, because we're introverts living in an extroverted society, that we're better at faking it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know?
Yeah. For
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, Mickey, you might not ever have to fake it because you're a good listener, but you're also a good talker. Sometimes too good.
What, talking or listening? I don't think you'll ever be too good of a listener, but
No, you might want to work on it.
well.
Just playing it.
That's very interesting. This book sounds like
So the culture of character shifted to a culture of personality.
right.
And think about those two words, and it kind of says it all, right?
Yeah.
So, culture of personality, it's just about kind of what you are, like on display.
Like
Because-
your personality can be anything.
Right. And you can't really describe somebody's personality without seeing them perform.
Without possibly describing an introvert or extrovert.
Well, that too. That too. So then, as the ideals change, the norm changes, and that makes the rest of us sort of left behind. So we are deficient. I'm sure you had this growing up. I was too quiet. I was shy. You know, and in some ways these things were good things because I was like a bookish kid. So that was okay because bookish kids were smart. But I wasn't all that smart. I just like to read books.
Right.
Because I like stories and I like, you know, being alone.
Right.
And imagining.
Oh, I don't know. Growing up, you got more?
No, go on.
Okay, no. Growing up, yeah, I was definitely quiet, 100%.
Yeah.
But I wasn't a bookish kid. I mean, like I never read. Well, I'm not gonna say never read books, but I probably not as much as you. I was more just I just fucking hated people. Like I legitimately. It's not that I hated them. I just didn't want. How can I phrase this? I didn't want big interaction, like crowds. I like one-on-ones.
Yeah.
I like maybe two-on-ones, you know,
Yeah.
just like hanging out and talking. So when I'm in the class, whenever they're like, you know, put your hand up to answer, I never fucking did it. I just fucking hated talking in front of people. But I would get like, I don't want to say bullied for it, but like pointed out by my teachers in front of everyone for it, which in turn I think is more damaging than me just not saying anything.
Of course it is.
Right?
That's
Absolutely.
horrible.
So man, I can remember like.
So all this is because some teachers were mean to
Yeah,
you?
man, look at how much of
Wow,
a
they
train wreck
fucked
they
you
put
up,
out.
gee.
Man, I might as well just jump out this window. Fucking no, man. I can remember all the way back to like grade 2 incidents where they would just like randomly pick you or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And when you're a kid, sometimes you're daydreaming. You're not even
Sure.
fucking like you don't know what question they're asking. Then
Yeah.
you're just super embarrassed. Anyway. Or you do have the answer, but you just can't. You're just so in shock that, like, because your hand wasn't up, there's like 10 other fucking kids' hands up, and they pick you because they're a fucking dick, and you're just like, and then it's like they get you. You get in trouble for not knowing the. They don't give you a chance to say the answer because you're so in shock that they picked you.
Are you still mad, bro?
Yeah, man, I'm so mad.
See, though,
No, this shit happened, bro. Like,
No, I know.
I can level with them on that.
I would know
100%.
the fucking answer to the question. They would say my name. It would hit me unexpectedly, right? I would like stutter because I don't even want to talk because my fucking hand's not up. And then before I could get the correct answer out, they would point me out and like, you know, oh, you didn't fucking listen, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, man, I just didn't have enough time. And then that in return just made me go deeper into becoming an introvert. So, yeah, it's fucked.
Yeah.
Definitely fucked.
What's up, Mickey?
When I was
Sorry.
young, I was just like you guys. I was quiet, shy, very, very timid. My God, you couldn't. If you like, well, we had this conversation with Stoicism about eye contact. You made eye contact with me when I was younger. I immediately looked right to the ground.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't want social
Oh, yeah.
interaction. However,
Which is respectful in Asian societies.
Sweet.
I always wanted to be an extrovert. I
Yeah.
wanted to be the center of attention. I wanted people to listen to me, and I also like in fantasy where like, I kind of wanted to be like a superhero too. I wanted people to go, "Wow, look what he's doing! Look what he did! Look what he said! Look at all these great things!"
Right.
And again, at a point in my life, I decided like, you know what? No, I'm not going to be like when I went to high school. I was like, I'm going to be more outspoken. I'm going to say what's on my mind, and I want to be sociable. And I forced myself. Like I tried really, really hard, and that's now what I am today. Because I didn't want to be like that. I wanted to be heard.
Right.
So you
Right.
might have been a shy ambivert. So you were shy at one point. See, so here's the difference. Introversion has to do with a reaction to stimuli, right?
Right.
Social stimuli.
Yes.
Shyness has to do with a concern about a loss of social capital. So that's why you might not be willing to do certain things. And they'll say you're shy because you don't want to talk in class, or they're shy because you don't want to go to the dance, or they're shy because you I don't know, never go anywhere,
Right.
whatever. And,
Right.
and it's not necessarily the same as introversion because you are scared of something,
Yeah.
you know, whereas introversion is you prefer something.
Yes.
Mine was more fear. I was afraid.
Yeah, so you might have been shy, and now you're
Yeah.
the fucking farthest thing from a shy person.
I became shy. I was never shy. Like when people talk to me, I was never shy. I will talk to anybody if you want to actually talk.
Sure.
But throughout my like life growing up, those certain situations made me shy where I was scared of certain things. I think my original introversion was the reaction to the stimuli of being in class. I didn't like being. I didn't from a very early age. I was like looking around and learning and being in school, and I always thought, wow, this is a really fucked up education system. Like since like probably grade 7. But in my head,
He's been saying this shit for 30 years.
System's fucked, bro. System fuck, man. Fuck. But yeah, so like, I don't know. It's like I have no problem answering a question when I know I'm going to answer it, when I want to answer it. But when I'm just randomly picked out or something like that, I'm just using that one example, right? But when I'm just randomly picked out in a large group of people, it wasn't so. Well, I think I'm shy now. Maybe not shy now, but my 20s, like my early 20s, I was definitely shy, which is why I needed the alcohol. But back then, it wasn't like I was scared to talk. I was just didn't want to. I didn't want to.
Yeah.
It wasn't a fear.
Yeah, so that's the difference.
Yeah.
You got it exactly.
And then I built the fear because I would be forced to.
You became shy.
And like when I'm put in that situation, I panic. My mind, it goes a million miles a second, and I just fucking.
Well, you learn fear.
Yeah.
Fear is not something that just is. Like I think there's like you're born with the fear of heights, but that's just kind of like ingrained in our DNA. But like it's been proven that we learn to fear things. Like, like people who are afraid of needles. Why the fuck are you afraid of needles? Can you see it in TV shows? Like, oh no needle. Like there's a bad thing there. I must avoid it for whatever reason.
Right.
Like the fear of mice. Like you look at old cartoons. The mom at home, she jumps up on the chair, screaming and shrieking. You're like, oh god, mice. Why?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
It's funny because I've always been a textbook introvert, but I was also shy as a kid, really shy. I'm not shy at all anymore, but I loved to perform. So public speaking and shit from a young age was so easy for me because it's not the same dynamic, right? Like when you're performing, you're not really interacting very much. You still are, like you're talking to the people, and you gotta make a little bit of eye contact and hey y'all, and there's aspects of it, but mostly you're just projecting yourself,
Right.
So that was always very easy for me. Like I had so many projects through high school and university where it was like, okay, so you gotta write this paper and then do a presentation on the paper, and I didn't write the paper, but I aced the project. Like I literally didn't write it. I just walked up and started talking out of my ass because I'm so good at that.
Yeah,
that's not even
You're doing it right now.
I'm doing it right now. I'm making all this up. None of this happened.
He didn't even read this book.
That's not even a book.
Yeah, that's not even a book.
That's just
a coaster.
Folded pieces of paper.
Oh man.
So it's not necessarily the same thing. And in fact, a lot of these people, some of the they aren't names we'd know, but they're very successful business people or what have you. They would give public talks or host discussions with big groups, that sort of thing, even professors. And they're seriously introverted people, like way worse than you and I.
Oh yeah.
They have to, and they actually talk about this phenomenon, running to the bathroom and hiding in stalls. Like this is a thing a lot of people do. A lot of people, like top level performers.
I've done a lot of performing in my life, not talking though.
Like this?
No,
not like that.
Well, notice the hip thrust.
just only my hips move. No, I've done a lot of musical performance, right? Like, but that's different than talking.
Sure it is.
Dude, I could not fucking speeches and shit, bro. In grade school, I would be that guy that would hide in the bathroom stall. I wouldn't actually do that, but that's how I felt. I'm like, I fucking don't want to do this shit at all.
Right.
I could write a mean speech though. I'd write this fucking speech. I'd do it at home for my mom. She'd be like, "That's so good, the way you said it, blah blah blah." And I'd get up there and I'd be like, I'd read straight from the cards, wouldn't even look up, But then you put me on a drum set, and I'm fine.
I have a question.
It's weird.
Do you think you would have been able to be a vocalist? Like, let's assume that your musical ability was in vocals. Do you think you could have done that?
Yes.
Yeah?
Interesting.
Because it's still...
It's in the
still
music.
playing music.
Music.
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah. I guess now I've built up such a self-confidence issue with how I view my opinions, like and how I structure them when I'm speaking. It's not even what I think about, it's how I'm relaying it in real life, right? That it just still cripples me to this day sometimes.
So let me jump ahead, because one of the key things here is that the sort of what I was mentioning earlier about when it's important enough, you'll be willing to violate that contract with yourself. But it's not even really a violation. It's just outside the norm, you know. And when you live safely and well within your norm, wandering outside of that sometimes is fine. But you're not going out drinking 5 nights a week.
Exactly.
You know?
I did just wander out of it. A situation brought me to the point where I'm like, all right, I'm doing this in public right now. And I don't tear people apart, but I can with my words. And that was when I went and test drove that truck. I held myself back because this fucking guy just comes out with some paper. Did I tell you this story?
No.
I go and test drive this truck, right? This guy gives my fucking license, disappears for like 10, 15 minutes, and comes back with a paper and tells me to sign it. And
This
I'm
is
like,
post-test drive.
yeah, this is after the test drive. After I'm seriously considering buying
Sure.
it, right? I don't know. We didn't discuss if I was approved, what my term would be, no payments. He just comes back with a paper, has a sign here. And I said, what am I signing for? And he's like, well, aren't you going to buy the truck? I'm like, what do you mean, am I going to buy the truck? You know, like, we didn't fucking, am I approved? Like, what are my terms? You didn't go through any of this fucking shit with me at all.
Where was this?
This was at Eastway Toyota.
This is like
Fuck
a
them.
legitimate.
This is Eastway Toyota, yeah. It's like, nothing, no
This
meeting.
wasn't a used car
No,
dealership.
well, it was a used car,
But
it was at
a
Eastway
legitimate.
Toyota.
What the fuck?
I was like, yo, what the fuck? Yeah, so the payments, obviously I did the stupid fucking calculator online, which it does say this is like a loose thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm fucking, I did it on a 60-month term, right? And I'm like, oh, I could pay this. Let's go see this truck, right? Like, I need a vehicle. And this guy comes back, it's 36 months, not 60. And the interest is like almost double what it was on the fucking thing. So I'm like, yeah, I did this on online for the 60. We can't do the 60. And he goes, no. And I ask him why. So this guy just looks at me. He's like, because it's a 2010. And I'm like,
Oh, okay.
no. So I go, all right. I go, okay, but why? Right? Like,
Yeah.
I understand it's a 2010 model, but why can't I do a 60 term finance?
Yeah.
And he goes, well, because it's a 2010.
Oh, for the love.
He literally said the same fucking thing to me, and I said, all right. And he said it one more time, and I just looked at him, and now I'm getting pissed because you're just worst customer service. You're just kind of treating us. My pops was with me.
Sure.
You're kind of treating us like we're fucking stupid as fuck. Like we've never lived life, right? And so I started getting mad. I had to hold myself, but for a minute there, everybody else disappeared. And I was like, I'm going to fucking rip this guy a new asshole right in front of all these people.
Yeah.
And I start going. And I'm like, okay, I understand it's a 2010, but you're not giving me any actual information. You just keep saying the year the car was made. So if you could explain to me why I can't have a 60-month term or 60-month finance term for a 2010 model, that would be great. And then all he says to me is, just terms and conditions with the dealership. And I'm like, okay, have a nice day. Shake his hand. Thanks for your time. I'm out.
Thanks for your bullshit.
I'm like,
Jesus.
holy fuck, that was terrible. Oh, and before I left, he usually goes, so are you going to buy the truck or what?
No, bro.
I'm like, what the fuck? No, clearly I have an issue with what you did and how you approached this fucking situation. I should just smack the fuck out of you.
So you're going to eat
you
my
old
ass or
crusty
what?
fucking man. And then he emails me a fucking day later, too, the next day.
Sick.
He's like, and the email made no sense. It was like just, I got to read you the email later. It was so fucking stupid.
Wow.
Anyway,
Like,
can I have some of this coffee, yo?
Yeah, bro. I got you.
and for me, that just blows my mind because this is what I do. I'm customer service.
Right.
And you really gotta, you don't necessarily bring your A game, but you don't have to be a fucking dumbass
Just don't be a
or
fuckbag.
prick. Like before I made this poor investment
Sounds
in a car,
cool in the mic. Sorry.
there was
Sounds like peeing.
there was another car I was looking at.
Was it also a coupe?
It was also a
Oh,
coupe.
I hate you.
I know.
Christ.
But anyways, when we got there, and actually on the way up, I was checking it online, and it actually dropped another $1,000. And my dad's going, something wrong with this car.
Yeah.
So we get there. My dad looks at it. My dad's a mechanic, just for some context here, and he's like, "Yep, no, the back tires and the front tires are not the same tires, and there's something leaking under this car. fuck it, we're walking away right now. Like, there's just no way.
Right.
Because they're not going to let it go for $5,000, first of all. And secondly, you're going to have to put $5,000 into it to get to where it needs to. Just from my dad's, like, cursory glance.
Okay.
So we're leaving, and this was before the place even opened up. Like, we got there really early. So I call him. I said, yeah, we came there. We took a look at the car, and I had my dad look over it, and we're not interested. It looks like it needs a bit of work. And this guy has the fucking audacity to go, "What's your dad know about cars?" Oh, this is great customer service, first of all. And I said,
Big nuts.
Well, I was like, well, my dad's been a mechanic for the past, 20 plus fucking years.
So he knows a little bit, bud.
So I'm just like, I'm not interested.
Yeah.
Like, I can't.
Oh yeah, it's
I
crazy.
can't, like, with your telling me your story, I can't believe the audacity that he thinks that he can talk to you like that.
He thought he was gonna shark me. He thought he was gonna fucking shark me. But it brought out my extroversion.
It's not even that, bro.
No,
It's
I know.
just, but you guys are actually making great points, because one of the prototypical examples of the bad extrovert is a pushy salesman.
Oh yeah, that guy was a fucking idiot.
And there's
Sorry.
an interesting theory, I'm not going to call it a fact, though it is, behind the Great Recession. The financial crisis,
Yeah.
2008 crash, everything like that.
We lived through a depression.
We did. And it's basically that extroverts caused the Great Recession.
Yep.
Sorry.
So you say yep real quick there. So why do you think that? Or are you just mad?
I'm just mad. No, okay, I'm gonna say something, but I don't mean it in a negative way. It's gonna be an extreme thing, but I don't mean it as extreme as it sounds.
I don't mean to sound racist.
I feel like all.
I'm just kidding, bro.
I'm not gonna say not evil people, but bad people, as in, maybe morally not. Oh, fuck. See, okay. I'm just gonna say it. I think a lot of bad people are extroverts.
So you think bad people, percentage-wise, lean extroverted?
Yes. Now I know the introverts. They're usually the ones that do all the really evil shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're better at it.
Yeah, they do the mass shooting shit. Usually those people are introverted people.
Right.
But I think fake people, I guess that's a better word. Extroversion at such a high degree in society, because I don't know, people feed off of it so much, getting that stimulation or giving it, has made a lot of people fucking fake.
So give me some examples of what you think of when you say that.
Like almost every celebrity ever.
Interesting.
Like they're all on Instagram putting shit up. This is all just being extra, right? They're all hypocrites. They all preach this good talk, and then they go and they do a bunch of fucking either terrible things, or they spend all this fucking money they're making on dog shit things. Like, they don't help the world at all. They don't do anything to benefit the world. And then they'll release a story like, we should help these people, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, shut the fuck up. Like, I don't know.
Okay. No, I don't entirely disagree. I'm following you. I'm following you. Because I have those same... I'm not going to claim to know anything, but I have those same instincts about people like that. When I meet people like that.
Yes. Okay. I don't know anything either, right?
Yeah.
But like,
I got you.
This is how I'm perceiving people. But a lot of the extroverts that I've met, like extreme extroverts, we'll say.
Yeah.
I fucking hate most of them. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't even associate with them.
This is so awkward.
No, because you're not even like that, and you're also not.
You're not even
inconsiderate. You don't run people over except on this podcast.
One thing, though, I'm going to run over. No, I'm just kidding. When you said you briefly touched on the energy they get from people, bad people, bad extroverts, absolutely hound on people because it gives them that energy.
Okay, so I'm gonna cut you off here
Sure.
because this is where I was going before you cut me off. There are a lot of ways in which an extroverted person is going to point out or rib on an introverted person in very casual ways, but it's still demeaning.
Absolutely.
It might be a small degree, but it's demeaning, and it's an exertion of power, and that's the important
social dominance,
thing
right?
here, social dominance, right? So if somebody is at a dinner table, you have family dinner, and you got 12 people around the table or something. and you're just sitting there because you can't really contribute to this fucking discussion, so you're not saying anything because you'd rather say nothing. You're not involved. It doesn't matter to you. And Buddy's working the room, and he turns to you and says, "Hey, pipe down over there," because you haven't said anything, and he's very funny guy. How many fucking times has that happened
dude,
to you?
I want to just
How many million? You're
Millions.
mad. You're
I
remembering.
want to smash him over the head with my fucking coffee mug.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. That is a power play.
Yeah.
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 And that's the sort of thing where it doesn't work the other way.
No.
Like, if you were to reply to that person when they said that, I was just thinking about how incredible it is how quiet you are over there. You're a dick.
Yeah. You're the fucking smart ass.
Right.
Someone
You're the
should
smart
slap
ass.
you in your head.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
fuck you. Yeah.
My entire growing up.
Well, and then I guess it
Right.
leads back to the society looking at we should be all extroverts, right?
That's how it's
that's,
almost.
that's what I mean.
Yeah,
that's when you establish that false norm.
Yeah.
There's every reason to move towards it. The
Yeah.
rewards are all
Yeah,
there.
they succeed. It's a society built for extroverts to succeed.
Bingo.
Yeah. And even if it suggests like leaving your morals behind.
Ooh.
Right?
Just listening to this, honestly, I am now. I'm really just gonna just tune my levels to so many different people now.
You're gonna see it more, I promise.
I'm always really good at it anyways. You know, people come to my store, hey, how's it going? And immediately they say, I'm just looking. Okay. And I get that. I go, all right, no problem. If you just let me know. And then I leave them alone. Like,
Right.
I'm pretty sensitive to those things, and I get that, but just even more so now, like, and I just understanding it, going, I'm comfortable in my skin as being an introvert. I can now kind of relax a little bit more and not feel like I need to help them, because they don't need help. They don't need help.
They don't. They'll
You know
ask.
what I mean? Because like I want to include everybody. Like if I'm having a good time, I want you to have a good time. But now I'm kind of understanding more, going, you know what? They're having a good time in their own way.
Right.
That's fine.
Yeah. That's why I could never do sales. I could never put my morals behind. Okay, like.
Yeah,
when I say
careful
sale-
here.
Yeah, not your type. Yours is like niche. Like people need shit.
Yeah.
So they call you like they need it.
Yeah.
I'm talking like Buddy at this fucking source the other day. Trying to sell me. I asked him where the SD cards are.
Oh, man.
This motherfucker's trying to sell me a new phone. He's
Instantly
like,
pitches
That's not
phones.
cool.
dude,
But yeah, okay.
it's commission. I get it. Like that's how you make your money, right?
But this plays perfectly to what we're saying. The reason he's doing that, he didn't do that well.
oh, he was terrible.
He was terrible. So
horrible.
he's probably not even that personality
No.
type, but he's living in a society
where
geared
he
towards
exactly. Oh
where
my
his
god,
stupid shitty retail job.
is forcing him to
Makes
do
him
that
do
kind
that.
of shit. And I asked him where the SD cards were, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he goes up there and he's like, "What kind of phone you got?" I'm like,
Nope.
"Dude, SD cards are not for phone. This is for my camera."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, I rock an iPhone SE." And he's like, "An SE?" I'm like, "Yeah, I don't give a shit about phones, man. Like, as long as it works, it
Yeah.
works. I'm not a phone guy. I'm not about to go drop a car payment on a fucking iPhone X.
Oh,
if you do, you're
absolutely.
fucking stupid."
And then he instantly started pitching.
And then
to
he
you.
starts pitching, "Oh, we got the iPhone S, and you get a $250 store credit. You could get your SD card." And I just kind of wanted to look at it. I mean, he was young. He was probably like 19.
Sure.
I just wanted to tell him, "Shut the fuck up." But I didn't. I didn't say that because that would have been wrong, Mickey. Instead, I said, "Yeah, man, I'll think about it. How long is that going on for?" And I played into the game, pretending like I'm interested
Stoicism.
without even
you
looking
go.
at the motherfucker, though. So, like, I hope you picked that up, like,
Oh,
that I
I'm
didn't
sure he
want
did,
that.
yeah.
And then he tried on Fresh. Fresh shut him down in a matter of 2.2 seconds.
What did I say?
Oh,
what did he
just,
say?
like, he started coming over to you, and he's like, I can't even remember. He said, he didn't even get a full sentence out. You just look, "Yeah, bro, I'm good, man." And he just
Because
went
my
back.
face just says
Yeah.
no.
Exactly. Like,
Yeah.
I'm more like, this guy's like a dad. He looks like a dad. He listens to Pearl Jam. He might buy a phone.
What's with the Pearl Jam thing?
I
You
just
said that the
recently
other day.
I was thinking about it. I'm at work. I'm mopping the floor. I'm like, bro, I can buy a minivan and listen to fucking Pearl Jam and wear slip-on Nikes and not feel bad about it.
Okay, I
I'm
know
a
you're
dad.
a dad. I know you're a dad, but why Pearl Jam, dog?
Dad rock, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden.
God.
You know what I'm saying?
I actually.
You know when you're near, like, well, at least me, it's like, oh, I'm in my garage alone.
Yeah.
I got no shame. I'm gonna put some Pearl Jam on because no one's around. Now it's like everyone's around, we're gonna listen to Pearl Jam because I'm a fucking dad. Fuck you guys.
See, I don't like Pearl Jam.
Yeah, I don't care.
get into
Fuck
it.
you. You're not a dad. Wait till you have a kid, and then you're gonna be like, fucking Pearl Jam's awesome, man. You know what I'm saying? No, it's more of a joke, just like dad rock in general.
Sure.
Yeah. I can see why you don't like Pearl Jam.
Well, it's just not for me. That's all. Just not my jam.
Just not my jam.
Okay, and we're not gonna get into Pearl Jam.
You never
Someone's
listen
just
to
getting
Black?
mad.
Listen to Black. You never listen to Black? The song Black is an amazing song.
We're not gonna talk about Pearl Jam, dog.
I'm interested. I'll try it when I get home.
I'll talk about Pearl Jam all day. You can't tell me nothing, man.
I'm a dad. I can talk about Pearl Jam.
Oh man.
All right. Well, I'm probably a dad, and I don't want to talk about Pearl Jam.
You want to talk about
dang.
Soundgarden?
I don't want to talk about grunge at
I'm
all.
just kidding. All right. Fuck, man. But I don't know. Now that I'm getting older too, and I got a kid, I'm way better in public. Now that I know I'm an introvert, and I just accept it when I go in public. If I can get myself, the hardest part for me, man, is like gearing up to go out, even if it's Walmart.
Man, that's just wow.
Not every day, on certain days. Because it's not even like I'm self-conscious or anything. I could
No.
really give less fucks.
Well-
It's like, do I really want to go and put myself through all that shit?
That's what Fresh
it.
said about shyness. And honestly, since at the very beginning of this podcast, when he said, shyness and social norms and how people think of you, it just honestly, you literally rocked my tiny little mind with that because now I can't stop thinking about it. Because as much as I am an extrovert, I am shy as fuck. 'Cause I do care very much about how people view me. Like
Yeah.
when you guys perform, when I go to poetry with you and you do your thing, I'm blown away. I'm going, I would kill for that level of confidence to get up and do that. I can't.
You just gotta get good, bro.
No, you gotta
Honestly,
get confident.
You couldn't pay me. You'd have to probably put a gun to my head, and I'd still probably fuck it up.
Oh,
Are we gonna put a gun to his head?
yeah. A penis gun.
There it is. I was waiting for that.
Pause. You want to be in our deathcore band?
Of course.
There we go.
What am I playing?
Drums.
Fuck no, that's not fun.
What?
What?
You love drums.
I love drums with no double kick. I don't play the double kick. I'll fucks with that. I'll sing.
You cannot. What the fuck?
I'll scream.
We
Me
got
and you,
me.
two. Oh, we should have two screamers. Me and you, man.
Duet.
What am? Okay. All right.
Or what if I just play my machine?
Okay.
Oh,
Yo, that's sick.
yeah, right.
That's digital
Hey.
deathcore. Digital deathcore.
Well then,
New genre, right
Fuck
there,
with
bro.
it, baby.
I'll have
What's
to
her
get.
name?
I'll have to get that new.
I don't know. We'll work on that after. I just wanted to get you
How
in
about
on this.
how about fuck anal?
fuck anal, like as in yay or nay?
Fa, man. Fuck
how
anal.
about Rob Boss?
Rob Boss?
Rob Bot.
Rob Boss, yeah.
Are we all
We
gonna
should-
get afros like that Ned Flanders metal band?
Oh yeah. O'Killy Dokilly.
Oakley, Doakley,
Yeah, that's awesome. That
Oh
shit's great.
shit. I don't even know how it would be to perform anymore now thinking about all this shit.
See, you guys have to convince me to do it.
I just want a fucking deathcore band.
I fuck deathcore. I hate deathcore.
You don't have to like it, just do it.
Yeah. Dude, see, but this is the thing, and I said this to Mickey earlier.
I ain't about that life no more.
No, I think once we got you doing it, which would be the hard part, you would enjoy it.
You'll get me doing it when I'm dead.
You would enjoy
And
it.
you'll enjoy it
Deathcore?
while you're dead.
Yes.
Deathcore's fucking shit, man.
Dude, I don't even care if you like it. I just need you
I want
to
to
play
listen.
it.
I just want to listen to some like fucking John Mayer, some fucking calm ass shit, man. I'm like,
Listen to that while
I
you
can't
play.
do it, dude. I can't even do like only like rap now when I'm working or when I'm like or driving.
So too much
But
stimulus.
if I'm chilling, man, like it's got to be chill music.
It is pretty all over the place.
I'm at that point. People will put like trap on or some shit. I'm just like, dude, we're sitting in a chair. Like, just fucking put some Radiohead on.
You know what's fucked to me? That's never been an issue for me. The stimulus level
Yes.
of loud extreme music has never it's just
okay.
it's calming.
I have a question for you. I've never understood this. I have no Yeah, exactly. You do that to me later.
Yeah.
Why?
Christ.
Why do people like to listen to fucking angry ass music all the time? Like, I know people who that's all they listen to is just angry ass, like killing people, fucking just terrible music all the time. Like like hardcore gangsta death rap, fucking deathcore black metal shit like that.
I'm gonna leave.
Not
that.
saying all of it's like kill people and shit, but that's just a
Okay, but
an
you just
example
said
in my head.
you just said two very different genres.
yeah,
and
but it's
melded
like
them
the
together.
vibe is the same. The vibe is the same.
Okay. I
You
will
know,
leave
it's
that
like
to you first because I'm kind of on his level where if I'm doing A, I'm listening to music A. If I'm doing B, I'm listening to music B.
Okay, see, so first of all, I can't speak for those people because I like music all across the broad spectrum.
No, I know.
You
I
know that.
Yeah.
But also, I'm not like, well, I can't be too downbeat when I'm working out because, like, I just want to cry. Like, I'll never forget you telling me you used to listen to Brand New when you worked out.
No, it was City in Color.
Oh, City in Color.
Yeah, City in Color.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was weird.
'Cause,
I'd
like-
run to that.
Like, if I listen to, like, Body in a Box 3 times in a row, I will shed tears.
Oh my god.
You know, it's
That's sensitive.
I'm a very sensitive
No, I know.
person.
Then
That's the whole
not,
fucking point.
Dude, I cry at every single movie that has like an interaction between a father and a child
Oh, I thought you were going to
Oh,
say
fuck.
with a dog because that's like...
and a dog.
Well, yeah,
No,
that
and a
goes
dog,
without
definitely.
saying. Let's be honest.
If the camera stays on the dog too long, you know something's going to happen that's going to fuck you up.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you're gonna be fucked up for like 3 days.
Yeah, at least. Or
Anyway,
but there's a culture to a lot of those things, and people get their identity tangled up in that. So that's what it is.
right. Okay, I mean that's what I thought, but it's just the stimulus thing. Like it's just too stimulating for me. I can do like 1 or 2 songs here and there. Like if we're all chilling, right, and you want
Yeah.
to put on some fucking crazy shit, cool.
Yeah.
Then we listen to some chill shit, cool.
Yeah.
Then the 5 songs later we go back to crazy.
Yeah.
That's all right. You know, maybe it's not my favorite, but it's all right.
Yeah.
But song after song for hours, I'm like, how can you be stimulated? Like, boom, 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 boom. It's like you're doing speed with music. Like, I don't know. I don't get it.
Sounds good to me.
I honestly don't get it, dude.
Yeah,
I can't even, when I lift weights now, it's like I listen to Moonshaped Pool.
I don't
The
know what
hardest,
that is.
that's Radiohead's like newest album. Or like the hardest I'll go is like Damn by Kendrick. Like that's the hardest album I'll go.
I mean, that
listen to.
knocks.
Yeah, some songs, but it's not even like
No,
hard
it's
rap, right?
pretty downbeat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't understand, but I wonder if that has something to do with like being an extrovert, introvert.
I'm sure there's some tie-in somewhere, and maybe
Yeah.
that's where I'm a little bit outside of that introvert.
Yeah, because you
Class.
you listen to a lot of different music. Like I walk in and fucking you got Dizzy downstairs playing.
Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah, like it's great. So I just know that you like the angry stuff a lot. So
I do. I really do.
Ask you.
But I don't know. But I can road trip for 8 hours, you know,
Mm-hmm.
with like some fucking metal going. But I can also road trip for 8 hours with a podcast, and there's nothing calmer than that. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah,
I can't
you-
answer
yeah,
that.
true. Or
I just know that a lot of people who are really into one scene specifically, a lot of their self identity is tangled up in there.
Yeah, I agree.
So it probably goes beyond just the stimulus thing.
Yeah. Fuck, this deep. I feel like music, just like, I only ask that because I feel like music, what you listen to, how much you listen to, where you listen to it, everything to do about music pretty much can say a lot about a fucking person's personality.
I agree.
You know,
Here's you haven't talked for a while. I want to hear what you guys
No,
say,
it's all right.
Mickey, but I'm just gonna fuck you up real quick.
Yeah, fuck me.
So at the bad place,
Jesus.
you might know this already. The 2 owners don't listen to music.
Wait, our bad place?
Yes,
They don't listen to music?
they don't listen to music.
Ever.
I was talking to a contractor, you know him, the musical one, and I was actually talking about you, something to do with
cool.
music. You know, I like you a
What's
little
up,
bit.
man?
Something to do with music, and I was like, oh, and then somebody earlier said something about not even listening to music. That's just so beyond me. And he's like, oh, you know, the bosses, they don't even listen to music. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, I found that out. Found that out by the way of my owner. Like, they don't listen to music at all. I'm like, and bro, I got straight up uncomfortable. I was like, I am not safe here.
Yeah, but you know what? I have something to touch on that. I contemplated but I write music, right? I contemplated stopping music altogether, like not except writing, like listening wise.
Sure.
I contemplated stopping. Stop.
That's how you
listening
get
to music.
Burzum, dog.
What's that?
Burzum?
Yeah.
Oh, he's a black metal dude over in
Oh,
Scandinavia.
okay. I've heard about this guy.
So Burzum is the elvish word for darkness in Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
So he named himself that. And he only listens to his own music that he makes in jail.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
So don't do that.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
No, I didn't do it. This was like a year ago when I thought about this, so I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I need some kind of music going.
Yeah.
I love music. So, yeah, that's really unsettling to me, especially for somebody who's thought about doing that. Like, I've thought about all the options, what it would, all the pros and cons of stopping, like, listening to music. Why does that sound so weird?
To stop listening to
To
music?
stop. That's how
Music
I should
It
say
is weird because
No,
it's
no,
you.
no. I mean, like, the actual words I was saying.
Stopping listening to
Yeah,
music?
that's not right.
Yeah, it's
to
not- it's
stop
not-
listening to
yeah,
music.
it's not
Sorry, pardon me. That was really fucking stupid.
No, we were on the same level here, kind of going like, yeah, that is weird because music is fantastic, and how could you not?
Yeah, no, and so like I thought about the pros and cons, and so now you tell me that's like, yeah, man, get the fuck out of there, bro.
What I was gonna say was, through my research, nothing really came up about music. I found that really interesting. Now, it could.
Sick, bro.
Did anything come out about
Yeah, being a
being
douchebag.
a fucking douchebag with those kind of cars?
That gentleman was
Mufflers?
probably an extrovert.
Oh, for sure. Look at me.
Or sorry, I'm not. He may have been a female. Excuse me.
Is there anything about extroverts and tiny penises?
Oh, probably. Let's be honest.
There's got to be a correlation.
But I think maybe the reason why there was no touching upon music with introverts and extroverts, because I don't really think it does. I don't think it matters. I think extroverts and introverts share a lot of the same music tastes.
It's a great unifier.
I do.
Yeah.
I think I agree with you, but I think it's how often. That's what I think it is.
So,
how
okay.
often can you listen to this type of music?
Yeah, okay, I can see that.
Right?
But even still, though, I think the stimuli that covered it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you
Well,
can
that's-
deal with, yeah.
That's the key elements of it. That's
Right.
really introversion is actually not the cause. It is in fact the symptom of the cause of reaction to stimuli.
So would you say like a guy like Elon Musk? I always bring up Elon Musk, but
Just looking
is
for
he
a
like
reason.
an
It's once per
introvert who's
episode.
playing the game kind of thing?
Oh, I don't think he's even a little extroverted.
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
think
okay.
he's all introvert.
all introvert, but
Yeah.
he's got to be because of his position, right? He's got to be out there.
But I think it comes back to the shyness again. Again, it's just every time you guys talk about them being quiet, I'm like,
But he's not
shyness.
shy.
No, he's not shy.
And that's what
a
I
fear.
mean.
But he's not
Yeah.
shy because he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, I fucking wish I had that.
So you compare a guy like that,
Uh-huh.
right? Elon Musk, who's done a ton of shit. I mean, I got to start reading more so I know more people to reference. Right?
This is all
It's just
Elon
all-
Musk.
but
Yeah.
I mean, the guy is pretty impressive.
Is
bro.
Elon Musk still alive?
He's like, is he still relevant? Did you go to Mars yet? No, but okay, you got a guy like Elon Musk who's done a ton of fucking shit in like a very minimal amount of time, like real shit, and then you got like Cardi B,
What?
who's more influential.
Yeah, you
in
do gotta
society.
read more, bro.
No, but I'm trying to use like people who are influential. Like everyone kind of knows who Elon Musk is.
Okay.
Even if you're not like a nerd or an introvert, right?
Okay.
And everybody kind of knows who Cardi B is.
Okay.
And she's very outspoken. That's why I'm using these
Mickey
two.
doesn't know who Cardi is.
I don't.
Oh fuck.
no
Okay, who
idea.
can I use?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's
Anyway,
fine.
she's a rapper who just talks a bunch of shit.
Okay,
And just like is
Gang of
just,
shit.
just fucking extra as fuck. So, but like she is more influential on society in the big picture, I think, than like a guy like Elon Musk.
But this is exactly the point.
Exactly. No,
She's loud.
she's an extrovert for sure.
Yeah.
He's an introvert for sure.
I already got a man, but I want yours. Oh, you never saw that video?
No,
Oh,
I
yeah.
haven't seen that. What's all this shit with her like drugging dudes? Hear about that?
I did. I don't.
I didn't read anything. I didn't know if you did. I don't care.
You know what? Actually, Bob Ross, he said somewhere once, he's like, why is everything so positive and good vibes and like happy smiley everything on the joy of painting? And he said something to the effect of, shoot, if you want bad news or if you want to get upset, watch the news.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, why do I watch the news? It doesn't change anything when I pay attention. I'm not actively involved. If I were, sure.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
when I'm voting, I'm going to read up, but why do I want to fuck my day up?
Oh yeah, it just puts you in this.
So I'm
like,
kind of off that.
yeah. Anyway, my point was that right there, I think, is enough evidence to suggest that Western society right now is geared toward extroversion, whether it's fucking just
It's a
stupid.
good example.
It's terrible. Like it's a bunch of dumb ass shit that does not fucking matter, and everybody wants it for some reason because they all want to. I don't even know. That's how I guess success is defined. Everyone wants to be heard, even if they don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. Do you know what I mean? They want to be like, put me on social media. Bro,
Yeah,
it's like
so the rotating
Yeah.
clock. You know, you got to insert yourself.
constantly.
Yeah.
See, and I've said to like my classmates if I know an answer, kind of dialing back a little bit, but I'll know the answer and I'll say it to whomever I'm sitting next to, and they go, "Oh, why don't you raise your hand?" I'm like, I would rather be right in silence than wrong and outspoken.
Yeah, for sure.
But these people they don't give a fuck. There's like, look at me. I am noise and pay attention to me, please.
Yeah, like it's annoying.
So that old adage, better to keep your mouth shut and be thought a fool than to open it and prove them right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like
exactly.
that.
Yeah,
That's good.
Anyway, this is a long detour from talking about the financial crisis,
Yes.
but the salesman thing is essentially the idea. Pushy people, dynamic people, what a good word, right? And it's people who were not cautious. So the cautious, thoughtful ones didn't wield very much influence because of their nature and because of how society's wired. It's not wired for people to listen to those guys. So the guys who are getting more and more and more sales, never mind that they're completely baseless sales,
Yeah.
you know, in the housing market and pumping everything up, making it all look good. They're the reason.
yeah.
So thanks a lot,
Well,
extroverts.
That's what I mean when I say extroverts. I feel like maybe it's not fair to say all of them, but I would say a majority of extreme extroverts have a poor moral compass because they will do anything to kind of like step that up.
Or have a quiet moral compass.
Yes.
An introverted moral
An
compass.
introverted moral.
Well, no. It's actually we've kind of created something there because a loud person will often have a quiet moral compass, and a quiet person will often have a very loud moral compass.
Dude, I could not.
They're more thoughtful and contemplative.
I couldn't fucking like you tell me to sell a guy like an iPhone X and I would laugh at your face. I'd be like, I can't do that. Like it's just I can't even do that. Like you want me to sell a $1,300 phone to some fucking
joke.
poor schmuck that works at fucking Subway? He's slamming salami on those fucking buns every fucking 3/4
I
of
saw
a
that movie.
paycheck is going to his fucking
Wasn't a
iPhone
movie.
X. He can't even pay for a car because he's financing an iPhone. I couldn't do
See,
that
though-
to anybody.
But
No.
I couldn't do that either. I take
But you're not an extrovert from the test.
you're an ambivert.
that's
Bitch.
fair enough. Yeah.
Right? So
Yeah.
you have those qualities. You
'Cause-
have a balance.
Yeah, because like I take a lot of pride.
You
in,
can be a salesman with morals.
yeah,
You're a
that's-
very rare person.
Well, then I turn
Right.
people away. I go like, no, this isn't what you need. Boom.
I respect motherfuckers
Constant.
like you.
But constantly people come in and go like, oh, I need. And lately, anyways, it's been I need probiotics. Why? Oh, I heard they're good for me. Okay, like apples are
Well,
good
they
for you. Are you
probably
eating apples
are.
every day? No. Okay, then obviously you're in the wrong fucking place. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
What did you say in the one episode? Then get the fuck out of my store.
Fuck out of my story. Oh my gosh.
but yeah, I just. It's not for me. I've had people like my boss even say, he goes like, yeah, you could probably sell anything. I go, well, maybe, but I don't want to.
Yeah, it's fucking weird, man. And working at the bad place, there's a few people there that one in particular.
I know.
Yeah, I know you know exactly, but
Yeah.
like to a T, like a snaky car salesman personality.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, and that opened my eyes a lot to. Oh, it's fucked, man. That's crazy. This episode is like gonna make me look at people even more now.
Yeah, I'm learning a lot.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you just again when you understand the fabric of reality better, you can taper yourself to it.
Yeah.
And guard yourself against it as well.
You can also play the game to beat the game.
And you can play it. That's it, baby.
Play the
That's
game,
it.
beat
You
that
can't win if
motherfucking
you
game.
don't play.
Right.
Well,
And it's
I'm sorry.
No.
I would say one thing I found: introverts, they like to look for novel experiences and social connections. So something deeper.
Yes. Oh yeah.
I'm sorry.
definitely-
This is way late to bring it in, but I was like, oh fuck, that was really good. I wanted to bring
No,
it
that's
up.
okay, man. And
Yeah.
that's a perfect point. One of the things stipulated in the book, extroverts, again, all of these are averages. So regardless of what you consider yourself, this one point may or may not apply to you. But typically means by the type. So typically, an extrovert has more friends, but of less substantial bonds.
Yeah.
Typically, introverts have fewer connections, but better ones.
Right.
Now, that's not to demean acquaintance level connections. It just means that, people like me, this really applies to me because I don't have a lot of friends, are very protective of and geared towards and, intimate with. I'm gonna fuck all y'all.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
you
baby.
do
Yeah,
constantly.
baby. Wow.
My butt still hurts.
No, like a high level of communication.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah. Well, read that again, Mickey.
Oh, sorry. I flipped the different.
Well,
he's
hurry the
got to
fuck
learn
up.
to read again.
Jesus, Murphy.
Look for novel experiences and social connections.
Yeah, what the fuck are we doing right now?
Having a novel experience.
We're
That's it.
having
We
a
literally made a podcast so we could have deep conversations.
Yeah, and that's still a social experience,
Yeah.
just on a small level. It's not going out and getting, to the fucking club or whatever, or concert.
Can we do that?
Go to the club? You guys want to go to the fucking club and just make fun of people?
I would.
Those aren't hooked up to anything, right?
He looks cool though.
Put it in your mouth. Slowly. Oh, man.
My goodness.
You know what's strange? I wonder where this fits. I like to go to the mall when it's busy as fuck, but I prefer to have my earbuds in.
Because you just like people looking at you.
You are a sexy beast.
No, that's fine because you're interested. You're interested in people watching. I guarantee you that's like
Yeah.
at the core. You just
Yeah.
want to see how people interact. I actually kind of like it too. If I don't have to shop, like if I don't gotta go try on fucking clothes and shit. Like when we went the other day,
Yeah.
that was the perfect level of people to actually do some shopping. There's
Yeah,
like
'cause
two
there's
other
one
people.
person in
Yeah,
the store.
I'm like, this is perfect. Like we already broke the ice with the cashiers. There's no awkwardness here.
Sure.
I'm gonna try on all the shit. But if there's like fucking 50 people, it's like. Mickey better be shopping. Because I ain't trying on shit.
Yeah.
I ain't going in there. I
get
ain't
the
waiting
fuck
in
outta
line.
here.
Let's get the fuck. But I can walk around with somebody and, talk and and then I love watching people, man.
Okay.
How they deal with situations or just like how they carry themselves. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird, yeah.
For sure.
Or Walmart.
What?
Going to Walmart
That's
when
a
it's
fucking
fucking packed.
curveball.
Going to Walmart when it's packed for that reason?
It sounds like misery.
No, dude. It's
That sounds like
you
Misery
go,
City.
You go when you know you just got to get one thing.
Why, Mr. Anti Big Box? Why are you even in Walmart?
Get some acrylic paints.
Oh my God, Mickey, what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna ask you to elaborate on why you like to go to a mall when it's busy with your headphones in. Like just a little more explanation, I guess.
Because in a weird way, I feel like I'm not really there.
Yeah.
Because the headphones insulate me from the whole thing.
And people will not try and approach you or engage you because of that.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
So I'm there, but I'm not there.
And you know what? They
There's
probably
a
look
fly on the wall.
yeah. Well, they probably look right past you. They probably don't even acknowledge your existence.
That would be ideal.
That's just really interesting to me.
Why?
It's not me.
You
That's
never.
what I used to do in school. University.
Yeah,
and
I was
high
the same
school.
way in school. Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
fucking put my headphones in and I'd just look straight. And people would try to talk to me. I wouldn't even fucking look at them. I'm like, nope.
This is a douchey story. A lot of people are probably gonna be like, "What a fuckbag."
They're already saying that.
The last,
If they're not
the
saying
last
it
time
now.
I went to Good Life, it was a deadlift day, but it was at Tecumseh Mall, and their weights are all upstairs. So set the last one down. She goes down pretty hard.
Oh, yeah.
And apparently I pissed off some old motherfucker.
But you make too much noise or something?
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
Well, sorry, in the gym, yeah.
So
Yeah, really.
exactly.
Fuck you. Go to the library, motherfucker.
Exactly.
Go lift some books.
So, as I just finished my last set, which I was a little sad about because I didn't want him to think he won, but whatever, that was the last set.
Yeah.
He comes over and he's just like, I can tell because he's Italian as fuck and he's got the hands going and everything. I got my earbuds in. I
Yeah.
can't hear a goddamn word he's saying. So he gets right up in my face.
No fucking shit.
Oh yeah. Because I saw him coming, so I took a few steps towards him, and he walked towards me, and I took my earbud out, and then I just heard him whining. I don't even remember what he said anymore, and I just smiled at him and put my bud right back in, right in front of him, and gave him my back. I was like, "Bitch, fuck you," because then I wasn't there anymore again.
Yeah, exactly.
If I may, though, because of our stoicism episode, I think we all know why you took a step towards him.
Why'd I take a step towards him?
To try and go like, yeah, you want to step up, bud? I feel like, again, this is like objectively, you may have challenged him as he was challenging you.
No, because he was coming across the room at me.
Sure.
So I just turned like to acknowledge that he existed.
Okay.
And then I quickly unacknowledged him.
Because I'm just picturing it in my head. I can just imagine like these guys, his shoulders back going, what? Say it to me. But all in just his body language.
I'll eat your dick.
The only thing I remember him saying for the 2 seconds I pulled my earbud out because he was saying a lot was, yeah, you can keep looking at me. I'm like, fuck, you're talking to me. What the fuck am I supposed to look at?
Really?
It's almost like you're like, oh, you want to talk? Just kidding.
What a prick.
Peace.
Yeah, what a fucking prick. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck that guy. But I mean, I don't really care. And I'm sure a lot of people were like, fuck this guy with his loud weights. Whatever.
It's throwing off my concentration on the Stairmaster.
That's what I don't get. I remember when I was new at the gym and I would kind of giggle at people who were exerting themselves loudly. But then as soon as you exert yourself loudly, you get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Whatever the fuck
Especially if you're actually lifting, like, weight.
Yeah.
Okay, like, you're not curling 10 fucking pounds. Like, you're not a 60-year-old Italian man just curling 10 pounds. Like,
Buy my booty program. No, apparently this dude, a friend actually told me, this dude is actually an ex-strongman.
oh, wow.
So that made it even more
That's
fucking
weird.
Curious. I'm like, bro, like, is it because it's Good Life? Is it because it's a commercial gym?
Yeah,
I don't know.
maybe he just had a bad day or something. Like,
Yeah.
there's so many variables, right? Like,
Well,
maybe they put, like, maybe he takes his coffee with one cream and they put, like, 4 with sugar.
That ruined anybody's day.
He just threw it out the window because he drives a Dodge Ram 1500.
Oh no, he doesn't. He probably sped down the street like 20 minutes ago.
Probably him. He's like, "Fuck you, lifting your weights. I know where you live."
No doubt, no doubt. So some interesting trivia
All right.
about introverts. At a university level, introversion can predict academic performance better than cognitive ability. So tests that measure the way your brain actually works.
Yeah.
But you can actually use introversion to predict someone doing well better than that. That fucked me up. That seems so significant to me because it's like you're looking at their actual mind, and this is better because introverts just do better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
It's through grade school, extroverts perform better, but then as soon as you get to high school and college levels, introverts did better, and then in university level, because it's different in the States, it was like drastically better.
You know what's weird? Touching on that university, when I was at the U,
Sorry, I just want to touch
touch me more. When I was at the U, I remember frequently not giving any fucks, but also doing really well for probably 8% of my classes.
Okay.
And I barely went to school. Like, I just did read all the shit online, read my textbooks, did my assignments and all that shit. And all my friends that were extroverts, like major extroverts, didn't do that well. I remember being in like a psych class and like I'm sitting there for this is like the second class of the semester. And I'm like, okay, I see what this guy's doing. He is not going off the PowerPoint. He's just reading it word for word off this fucking PowerPoint. So from that day on, I didn't even go to class. Because he wasn't veering. He wasn't giving anything else. He was just reading and clicking. And through that in my textbook, I fucking like aced the exam. I aced everything.
Yeah, because
people who went to the class who were, I don't know, I'd classify them as extroverts, fucking failed.
But you found a quiet place to study and learn the material. This is exactly what this book says.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, it's crazy looking back on it. Like, people who and people I went to school with at the university did really well in grade school, and like I've known them for years, right? Like and high school, even high school did really well.
Yep.
And then as soon as they got to the university, like they did okay, but some of the shit I'm like, really, man? Like, how'd you fuck that up that bad? Like, how'd you get that % on this test? Like, was not that hard.
Because life gets more complicated. Right?
Yeah, and it was just this weird thing.
Absolutely. Like, again, in grade school, you said the extroverts do well because it's all about participation almost, right?
Ooh, there's a thought.
You're right. Yeah,
Like that
man.
just struck a huge chord with me. And then as you get to the high school level and the post secondary, you're going, well, I gotta fucking do shit now.
Yeah, like
Fuck
actually, I
this.
gotta sit alone and fucking like read. And
Yeah, no, like I want to go out and hang out with my friends and enjoy
One of my-
the best years of my life, whatever.
One of my favorite things to do back in the day when I was at university was to just fucking isolate my. I wouldn't even go to the library. Everyone's like, I'm going to the library to study. I'm gonna stay up till 4 a.m. I'm like, first of all, why?
Yeah.
Second of all, you're fucking stupid because sleep and memory directly relate.
Yep.
And third of all, fuck that shit. I go home in my room. I put some chilled music on, some jazz, and I'd
Pearl
fucking
Jam.
immerse myself. Pearl Jam all day. No, I wasn't a dad yet, so I couldn't listen to Pearl Jam. I go to click Pearl Jam, and then I'd just be like, no, not yet. Give me a couple more years.
Oh my god.
No, I would just put some like jazz on. I would fucking immerse myself in the paper or whatever for like hours, you know, and I was totally fine with that. And I'd come out with better grades than these people who studied and I'd get sleep. I would go to bed. These people would be up till 4 in the fucking morning. They wouldn't even go home. They'd just stay at the university for an exam. I'm like, you're fucking stupid. I'd walk out with like a B. They'd walk out with like a D.
Always with a D.
I think
Always, baby.
I think it's important to consider kind of the underlying point of what you're saying here, which is that you at some point will discover what works for you, but you might, because you don't know these things about yourself, you might not be realizing this is what or this is why.
Right, yeah.
So now that we're a little more self-aware for all this, we can actually, you know, depending on the project or the situation, we can set it up for us to win.
Yes.
You know?
Well, that's like, yeah, what I did with my garage.
So what you're saying is, listen to Fresh, Slick, and Mick and become more self-aware.
Absolutely. And that
1000%.
will help you to be happy with yourself.
Be happy
Yes.
with
You know what I'm
yourself.
saying? So there's a lot of things in business culture that revolve on that social norm of the extrovert ideal, right?
Can we get t-shirts with that?
What?
Be happy with
We
yourself?
have to.
I think
Yeah.
we do, yeah.
I think that's a great
that was
idea.
one of our demos.
Okay. All right. Sorry, it hit me in the
Yeah, I
head.
think it was.
Where
think-
are those t-shirts?
I think we're being washed by the fucking t-shirt maker.
I wonder
right now.
where those t-shirts are.
I don't know. Who knows? We
Yeah.
paid for them a year ago. Whatever.
Yeah. Well, maybe they'll get shipped here one day.
Love you.
Anyway, the business culture being so geared towards extroversion, there's a really strong argument to be made for a better balance. So no one's suggesting that everyone have an office where you all work in a cubicle by yourself, because that's not healthy either.
No.
But again, this whole idea of learning more about how introverts perform and how extroverts perform
Yeah.
is bringing things into balance. So Susan Cain advocates a sort of loose workspace where you can work by yourself or you can collaborate. Right now, what we've got is a norm of like group work, must work well with others, you know,
Yeah.
that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And even brainstorming. There's a segment in this book just about group brainstorming, and it's universally negative.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I thought that was funny because, you know, we work well together here, but all of our topics are just shit. I don't think we've ever used any of the topics we brainstormed while together. It's just like,
No, this was one. We've used
but
probably.
I've wanted to do this one
Yeah,
forever.
no, I know. So I'm gonna say we've used probably about 25%. So you're
You think so?
ultimately right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it.
But usually it's just one of us
Yeah.
says something in a group chat. I want to do this. Good, done.
Done. That's
You know?
it. Yeah. So
Mick, you do
that
the
outweighs.
research.
That definitely outweighs all our brainstorming.
Yeah, for
Although
sure.
the brainstorming is fun.
It is
It brings
fun.
us together.
It is fun,
Yeah.
and we can enjoy it for that. But
Yeah, exactly.
it's not our best work.
Yeah.
I
agree.
think we can
No,
agree on
I
that.
absolutely agree. I remember years ago reading a whole thing on how brainstorming is.
Holy fuck! Who put that mic there? Holy shit! Sorry.
I made my point. Go ahead. It's like brainstorming is actually very detrimental to any sort of progress.
And I believe that because for me, anytime I've had, you know, and it's going back a ways now, but in school and shit, group work, it was like, this is weird. I don't even know how to talk to these people.
No.
You got some fucking extrovert running you over with all their bad ideas.
Oh, yeah,
or even good ideas, but you don't really get a say.
No.
Dude, I would sit there and just be like in my head, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't even give a fuck because this is not my area.
Yeah.
Michael Cera, probably a really good example of an introvert.
Okay.
Well, no, but he during an interview he was asked if, as he's become more famous, does he become more involved in the writing process? And he said, "Oh yeah, definitely. I sit in the room with everybody while they're writing, and he goes, and so the interviewer asked him, when do you pitch your ideas? And he said, you know what? Usually when I have a good one, I wait till the end when everyone's done talking, because I'll put my point in, but the louder people, again, I'm paraphrasing, but now the louder people will overtake the conversation, and suddenly his idea goes away.
Yeah.
That's kind of one of the things they were talking about with introverts as leaders, which, once again, to our westernized minds, sounds contradictory.
Yeah.
You know, a leader needs to be a powerful man of action. But in studies, there was a Harvard study that they actually did on this. Introverts perform, or rather groups led by introverts performed better. And the reason is because they accept suggestions and they listen to people. What a fucking crazy thing for a leader to do.
Yeah.
You know what? Politics, I was going to say, it's all...
Oh, hell yeah.
It's just show. It's when you're at the
fuck
level...
yeah.
Dude, okay, I want everybody to fucking understand this. We're at a time...
Do you understand this?
Oh, my God, no, I don't. We're at a time in the world where fucking out of 330 million people in America...
I know what you're about to say.
Donald Trump is the most qualified and best person to run the most powerful country, or one of the most powerful countries in the world. That's crazy. That right there, to me, says that society is just epically broke.
It's a popularity contest. Let's be honest.
Exactly. So in a culture of character, that never would have happened.
No.
It just wouldn't.
No, that guy wouldn't even be where he is. He'd probably be poor.
Here's something a little sad that might hurt your balls a little bit. When I was coming home from school today, there was this big sign on a bar downtown. My God, has that American culture bled into Canada?
Oh, yeah.
Make downtown great again. I'm going,
No!
Go fuck yourself.
Yep.
Yeah, fuck whoever that was.
Yeah, I
Was
saw
it
that.
Bull? Was it Bull?
No, it was Tequila Bar.
Whatever happened to like an original idea? Some guy, some
real.
fuckbag is like, he's sitting there, he's like, he's probably brainstorming with a bunch of people. He's probably like, oh, I got it. Make downtown great again. We'll just replace one word, and everyone will think it's fucking great.
Honestly,
man.
It's kind of a meme now at this point, right?
Yeah, I guess it would be, right?
You just take the thing and superimpose your thing over
Exactly.
it.
Yeah. Zero creativity.
Yeah, for sure, man. One of the things that sticks in my head is all the Straight Outta Blank. You know, when Straight Outta Compton came out.
Right.
And it's like, first of all, that album's been out for 35 years or whatever. I'm exaggerating, but... And now that there's a movie about it, everyone's like, oh, Straight Outta... You know, whatever, Windsor, ha ha ha.
Yeah.
Fuck you, man. You whack ass uncreative.
It's just terrible.
That bothers me. And again, there's an extroverted bent to that, which is not to say there's no creative extroverts, not at all.
No, yeah.
But the need to be noticed is more than the need to do well.
Yeah.
And there's no substance. It's just
right.
flash.
So when you catch on to the current trend or whatever, that's how you get noticed. And haha, you made that joke of that thing I recognize because it's popular right now.
You know,
it doesn't have to be a good fucking joke.
Yeah.
I want to touch on...
I hate bad jokes so goddamn
it's
much.
Terrible. You know what else I hate? Is music. I love music, but I hate music. Okay, like writing like that electronic music shit is like I try to stay true to myself, but I ain't extra like I ain't never gonna sell a beat to Drake. Cause I ain't fucking.
know.
I'm not trying to. I don't know. If you live like once you're on Instagram, right? And you go down that fucking hole. Like if you have a tailored Instagram, like my producer one,
Sure.
right? Then everything is relating to hip hop or music or whatever. So you kind of see every day what's
Sure.
going on in that industry.
Or
And
fat
all
asses.
Or fat asses. Yeah, tons of fat asses. And you see all these producers, up and coming producers. It's fucking amazing, dude. All these people ride people's dicks. And it's fucking, no one is original. They're all the fucking same. It's all 144 BPM with the same fucking din. Like, it's all the same fucking shit. And everybody thinks they're hot ass shit. They're at the point where they're just using loop packs now. They're not even fucking writing shit. They just put boom, drag drop. That's what a producer is. So it's very discouraging for somebody who actually puts time, effort, and wants to have something of substance come out of their writing process.
This from the guy who I cannot get off trap hi-hats.
I love trap hi-hats. I
No,
love
I
trap
do too. I
house.
do too. I'm just giving you shit.
I like how he brought up producers and the creative making process. Because I remember my brother, he's kind of in that industry, right?
Yeah.
Where producers tell them what to do. And it's probably not like the super best example, but it always comes back to my head that adaptation of Treasure Island, Treasure Planet. I don't know if you guys ever saw the movie.
Nope.
Yes.
I mean,
So
Where's this going?
the intro where there's like 5 minute span of him doing that surfboard with the
Like solar surfing.
surfing, whatever. Yeah. Apparently, the producer said, "This is hot right now. Put it in the movie. Make it work."
it's all business now. That's
The only reason it was in there is because the producer said, "This is big right now. Put it in the movie."
What is big right now?
The
Solar
the surfing, the windsurfing.
windsurfing.
Windsurfing was big. Like, put it in the movie. How?
When was windsurfing
Yeah.
big,
Well,
dog?
but
Where have you
but-
been?
And that's the point, though, because remember, like when I watched it, it went right over my fucking head. I'm going, "Oh, this is just part of the movie, okay." But then my brother pointed out, he goes, "Oh yeah, no, like the producers for the show were like, this is big, make it work."
Oh man, it's bad. And something like in an art, like writing music to me is an art. And there are two people. There are two kinds of people. Somebody who treats it as an art and has pride in their art and like you just live it, right? You're an artist. You love doing it. That's why you do it. Then there's the businessman, and now the businessman has taken over art for
Well,
the most part.
They've made it.
I'm just talking in from what I've seen. It's like these guys all go on how to sell your shit, how to do this, how to blah 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 blah, how to make money. Here's your 12-year plan. Here's my book. Buy my book. Buy my beat. Buy my drum. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Why can't anyone just like take an hour and actually write a piece of music?
They've streamlined the process.
Exactly.
They've made it more of a money making business than an expression
Even-
of oneself.
I saw this
system.
fucking commercial for people. You want to make videos? Don't got time to go out and shoot them? Well, go on our website and they have millions of like already pre-shot videos that you can just
Wix.com.
download. Yeah, what a fuck! Like fuck! It almost makes the people who do this for like love and a passion and want to succeed at it and do bend the genres of all these things. It almost just is super discouraging.
There was an
You're suggesting that they've hijacked deathcore.
Yes, I have.
Well, we need to take it back. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
Digital deathcore.
There was I can't remember the artist, but he's like from like the 70s, hair metal bands and stuff like that. But he made a really interesting point where he said back in the day when music was kind of blowing up, the people who were running the industry had no fucking idea what the hell was good. So you go up to them, you do a good pitch, they go, "Oh yeah, sure, we'll put it on the radio." Like they almost didn't give a fuck, right? So like then you had more of a chance of becoming famous than you do today, because today they go, "Well, the market says that you're not hot right now, so we're not going to do this."
Yeah.
Though that started in
That's why you hear 5 songs on the radio.
Right.
That's it.
Well, yeah, well that actually
And
started.
it's really one.
That started in the late 80s, and again, excuse my horrible examples, but Rick Astley, the song "Never Gonna Give You Up," before that was released, it was recorded, I believe, 2 years prior. But they're like, now is not the time to release this song.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? It blew my mind.
Yeah, that's weird.
They've calculated how people will receive music.
Well, my
It
point.
kind of made me sick to my stomach.
That's not at all surprising though.
It's not surprising,
I
but it's
care
just
more about. I mean, the industry's going to do what the industry's going to do because people are always trying to maximize profit. I get it.
Yeah,
You don't have to like it, but that's reality.
yeah.
What bothers me is I think what Slick is saying about the artist.
Here, this is what I'm saying.
That's where I get uncomfortable.
There used to be the artist section of I don't know, cinema, all the entertainment, right?
Sure.
There's the art section and the business section. They're pretty much divided. Now it's businessmen trying to be artists, and it's dangerous because a lot of those businessmen are extroverts and they're salesmen.
And they run you over.
And they run you over, even if it's shit. Like,
Yep.
like look at Drake. As popular and relevant as Drake is, and like I liked some Drake songs. I like Drake, whatever. Sicko Mode and No Stop or whatever. What's that song? It'll stop. What shit don't ever stop.
Oh,
That
yeah,
song.
yeah.
Non-stop or whatever.
Yeah.
It's the same fucking beat. It's the exact same tempo, the same drum pattern. The same producer did it. It's the exact same fucking thing. Like,
Okay, but this is not the first time this has happened.
I know that's not the point. I'm not getting angry about that. I'm just showing, but no one would really realize that. I didn't even realize that for a year this shit was out.
Yeah.
Until one day I'm like, oh my god, that's the exact same fucking thing.
Right.
And I'm like, no one's gonna fucking ever realize that. Drake knows it. Because Drake knows at 155, 144, he's got the equation down, dude.
Yeah.
Drake has the equation down, and that's why he's smashing the charts. He knows what people want at this moment in time, and he doesn't need to rely on other people to sell his shit because he's an extroverted salesman with social media. So with you put all that together, you can build a $210 million house in Toronto or whatever the stupid that shit is.
Man, I saw a breakdown of God's plan.
Mm-hmm.
And it, I didn't particularly care for the song anyway. It's a song, Mickey. But it was fucking ruthless because they talk about how everyone says like, oh, this is such like a good vibe song. It's like about being positive to yourself and anything. He doesn't say anything about that.
No.
It's just in the video, he gives some money away
so
to
people
some
think
people.
it's good.
So people think it's good. But it's like, did you listen to the song? First of all, we know now that when he wrote that song and released it, he had a kid. And in that song, he says, I only love my bed and my mama.
Yeah.
Oh, you cold motherfucker.
What do you mean? Mabed is his middle name. It's his son's middle name.
You think that's that?
Yeah, I do.
You think
I
that's
honestly
that?
do.
You're
I
giving
think
him
he's
that?
I will give Drake that. Are you fucking kidding me? Drake is smart enough. I will give Drake this.
Okay.
Drake is fucking super smart.
Okay.
Because he's playing the fucking game well. He knows exactly what the fuck he is doing to a T.
All right.
Okay, and that is why he is on top of the music world.
Okay, you can have it. I'm not mad.
I'm gonna say that he is
I just
smart.
don't think.
Drake is also extremely talented,
Yeah,
and
for
I just
sure
think he
is.
dumps himself down, obviously, to just be a number one.
Dude, one of the most ruthless fucking rappers I've heard in the last 10 years is Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
And she's her public, or rather not even her public persona, because she seems cool, but like on record she's a fucking moron.
Mm-hmm.
But when she wants that 1 in 20 verse, oh my god,
Yeah.
what?
It's I don't fucking
She's better than Kim was. She's better than Foxy was.
What about Cardi? She's better than Cardi.
She's better than Cardi. Cardi's simple.
Oh yeah, Cardi is simple, and that's why people like her.
Yeah, true enough. Anyway, this is going astray.
Yeah.
But it's all about that, and that's why those people do that for the cult of personality.
Yeah.
So
It's fuck.
So it's more important to balance these things out. That's the whole point.
Right.
Understand yourself, and probably even more than understanding yourself, understand those around you. You know.
Yeah, because it makes life easier
For some, for you, for everyone. Really, it makes life better
true,
for everyone.
Absolutely.
If your business partners who happen to be extroverted are, they work one way, but they understand that you're introverted, well, you can both bring the best results to the table.
Yes.
If you're an introvert in a relationship with an extrovert, understanding,
Perfect.
of course,
Yeah.
right? So that's my piece.
No, a good conversation.
I agree. No, I see it here and there where you have like the most bubbly person you've ever met, and then you meet their spouse, you go, the fuck? You guys are like 100% opposites, but so it's not necessarily of an opposites attract. It's an I'm agreeing with you. It's an understanding, and that's like that's a beautiful concept to me. Like I'm finding myself lately. I get less angry from douchey people because I'm just going, what's wrong in your life that you're being a dick? I want to help you
I
when
should
you're
do that
being
more.
when you're not being nice.
Very stoic.
Pardon me?
No, it's true. Yeah, how very stoic he said.
Oh, thank you.
No, yeah, understanding and not having ignorance to one's way of thinking. Being open to everybody. Everybody is unique in a way.
Yeah.
How they think, and if you guys or if people can understand that, yes, it definitely will help, and I should probably do that.
Well, we all should. We all should more. Everybody can always get better. But if you understand that someone who is an introvert is actually built that way because of their response to stimuli, which they had zero control over, and not because they're shy and don't like you,
Right.
you can have a much better relationship with them.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. Like, there's a lot. This should be, fucking taught more. I think because it's like the underlying trait of someone's personality.
It will be. This will get into sociology or anthropology or something.
No, that's
for
good.
sure.
It should.
will.
100%.
It's just
it's
young.
Super, yeah, it is young, but it's extremely.
Not Carl Jung.
I do want to borrow this fucking book
Yeah.
when I start reading again. After I learn how to read again.
Yes, of course.
and learn what the word reading means. So
We need to stop dealing with each other and start understanding each other. I think that's what my takeaway from this is.
I agree.
Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. You got anything else there, Mickey? Anything else you want to get off your hairy chest?
I guess not.
Seriously.
Oh no,
Points?
no, just that. Like, what, you want some of my stats I got here, or what? Well, here's a little fun fact for all you possible introverts. You may have an IQ of over 160 because it sends the higher IQ you go, generally you're more introverted. Ooh. Get checked out.
Get checked out. You might have introversion.
Oh man.
Yeah, again, I'll reiterate again. We need to stop dealing with each other and start understanding each other.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be happier. You'll be happier, you, and the people around you will just be happy that you understand them.
Slick, you got any final thoughts?
Honestly, I'm trying to think of how to. I have lots of final thoughts, but how to sum it all up. I guess I'm with Mickey, 100% right there. Understanding is key, especially. But having the knowledge to understand is also key.
Oh,
yes.
Because not
Yes,
a
it
lot
is.
of people realize how deep this can go, right? But I'm super glad we had this talk, and it definitely gonna like my parenting for sure. With my daughter, I'm gonna definitely notice more things, and I wanna.
I'll send you some links.
Yeah, send me some links because that's pretty cool.
Yeah, man.
A lot of that kind of clicked while we were talking. So
Yeah.
What about
Hell
you?
yeah. I've been gushing for the last 2 hours, so
True.
this is my thing. I was really happy with this one. I just think that the world will be a better place when it more accurately reflects the people within it, and then
That's
we'll
good.
all be able to just be happy with ourselves.
Be happy.
Hey y'all, thanks for attending the shit show. We appreciate your time, your attention, and of course your guacamole recipes. We are active on Instagram, and you can also find us on Facebook and Twitter. Everything at Fresh Slick and Mick, all one word. That's Fresh Slick AND Mick. To listen to more explicit douchebaggery and brotification of your favorite high intellectual pursuits, we are on iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, and Google Play under Fresh Slick and Mick. Respect the Oxford comma. And for all inquiries, suggestions, features, and hate mail, we're at freshslickandmick@gmail.com. We have been and will continue to be Mitchy Slick, Pope Mickey the First, and I am Jay Fresh. This is Fresh Slick and Mick. Peace out, y'all.